Hey gang, FLX Beer Reviews here, back with another episode of As the Beer Swirls. My name's Dan.
My name is Mike. Dan, wait a second. Who the hell is that?
We found this beer tuber years ago. I used to watch his videos and he disappeared for a while. I think he's back.
Huh. Well, who the hell are you?
I don't know who I am. I don't know where I am at all, but I'm Joe, and I'm from the Beer PaTroll.
Ooh,
and
right.
Since I have no idea what I'm doing, what are we drinking?
Oh, Joe, you dropped in at the right time, brother. We are going to dive into some wonderful Treehouse. This is their Queen Machine Amarillo. It is an American double IPA coming in 8.0 ABV. And this was canned on 8/11/2021, the year of our Lord. And it says, the Queen has arrived. So as far as I know...
Beer or Joe?
The beer.
Oh, okay.
The beer. I wasn't referring to the King of Mystery beer reviews.
The King. One person. Yeah. The King.
So as far as I know, this is like a rotating series. They use different hops. Like I know they had Juice Machine before, and then I saw Queen Machine. They do some other ones. Joe, what do you know?
Well, instead of reading the entire spiel in the back, because Treehouse likes story time, they love it. It just, the first sentence is basically, it says this is their fourth entry into their series exploring concentrated lupulin pellets, which basically give you all the flavor without any vegetal stuff. No abrasive notes, they say. So I know I'm pretty sure they did a Citron one. I don't remember the other two they did in the series, but we got the Amarillo.
All right, cool. Let's crack it open. We've had this out of the fridge for about 20 minutes.
Can we sanitize?
That's all. It seems like longer.
Hashtag proper glassware
for all of us. Not just them.
Oh, that's a pretty freaking beer.
That's a pretty drink. I like that.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
It is. It's gorgeous, is what it is.
Oh man, I can already smell it.
Holy. So here's the thing. First, this is I'll spoil it, but this is the first official beer review I'm doing because my channel will be back. Hopefully by the time you guys.
We are honored. We are honored.
When I cracked that and poured it, as soon as Mike's like, I can smell it. Yeah, no, me too. And it smells freaking glorious.
I'll tell you what, man.
You do my voice so well.
Yeah, it's spot on. Right?
Anytime it's a Treehouse beer, I think we're in for a treat. That's like, that's how I've been conditioned at this point.
Baby.
Dan gets that sparkly look on his face.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty cute.
It's not the road with faith. It has a lot of turbidity, baby. Come on.
So in your light, Joe, yours looks a little bit more like a milky kind of yellow.
Yeah, I mean, I think yours is more accurate. Probably Mike's. Mine's a little bit dulled out. Yeah, but it's like a dark, like guava juice or something. It looks
right, like a golden sunshine kind of.
Yeah.
Right. The head is sticking around. You got about finger and a half, depending on.
About a finger and a half, and it has a little bit of that golden tinge to it from the base beer. Like it looks beautiful. This is like a picture perfect fucking double IPA. Let's be honest.
It looks like, and it's like that creamy like sea foam kind of head where it just kind of moves with the liquid and just doesn't go anywhere.
I feel as you drink it, it's still gonna just be welcoming you.
You guys want to get a whiff?
No, cool. We're just looking at it. We're good.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody.
We're done here.
It's only been a year. Just look at it a little longer, Joe.
Dude, listen. I haven't drank a lot of beer in the last 10 months. This smells fucking dynamite, dude.
Woo!
That's a fantastic aroma.
Little bit of the hop burn, little bit of you can tell it's fresh. Even though this is about 3.5 weeks old, it still has a vibrancy and a freshness to it that hits you right in the nostrils hard. Oh man.
It's very juicy. It's very bright.
It's basically, you could name any orange you wanted to, like any kind of orange, and you're right. You're not wrong at all. Like it has that juicy, like clementine. I like to say Tangelo, like the grapefruit kind of tangerine hybrid, like that juiciness level. It just, holy fuck.
I usually like to say like little cuties.
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's just a very, very enjoyable aroma on this beer. Like you could just sit here and smell it.
I'm getting a little like nectarine kind of peachiness to it a little
I'm
bit.
getting like a fleshy mango, like if you've ever like just cut into a mango and you start going ham on it, like the first bite of like a really fresh mango.
It's a very inviting. I don't get much like bitterness, or vegetal matter, I would say.
Yeah, there's
Maybe
like a touch of floral, I would say. Like it's not dank. There's no vegetal. I said hot burn at the beginning, but I think it's just a freshness and like my nostrils not experiencing this for such a long time.
So, Joe, around here we appreciate a good swirl on the beer.
I have.
So you know.
If you when you
don't
watch
be afraid to swirl.
Watch this back, that's all I've been doing. Like I'm gonna swirl so much that there's gonna be no carbonation by the time I drink it.
Listen, this is a judgment-free zone when it comes to swirling. Just
I
promote it.
We will not be oppressed by anybody.
I have been called out on my own videos for swirling multiple times because they're like, yeah, that's why it's soft because all the carbonation is gone. I'm like, I'm sorry, I like to do it. It's fun.
I also like the aroma and everything that comes out when you swirl. So I'm gonna go ahead and enhance my beer.
This is fucking this smells great. I don't know. Expectations. I was like, okay, it's Amarillo. It's whatever. It should be good. This fucking smells way better than I anticipated. Not even close.
Almost smells like good Wi-Fi. Hey, Mike.
Nothing smells as good as good Wi-Fi.
Does your good Wi-Fi smell good? Could you scratch and sniff your Wi-Fi and check it out?
Absolutely, I could.
At least we can hear them. That's a positive.
Just putting it
out it just cleared up a little bit. We're good.
Yeah, just cleared up. I think we're good.
Boys, let's just drink this. I cannot wait.
All right, Joe. Cheers.
Cheers, welcome back.
Thanks for inviting me on the channel. I do appreciate it.
That is pillowy soft.
So I'll just say it first thing.
Okay.
It's not as vibrant as the nose, but what Mike just said, it makes up for it. Like the body and mouthfeel on this fucking beer is Treehouse personified. Like that's what it is.
I myself am getting used to the Treehouse mouthfeel. Like I had one or two over the years, but then when my buddy offered and I got a bunch, I'm just like, oh my God. And like it brings me back to those first couple I had where it just made you fiend for it because you're like that mouthfeel. And it's just, there's just something about Treehouse.
Yeah, it's like the top of the mountain, the upper echelon, other half mouthfeels are just the Treehouse base mouthfeels. That's pretty much what it is for me. Like if you get an awesome oat cream IPA from other half, that's just what Treehouse does in general, like every time.
I gotta tell you, I'm about a quarter of the way down on the glass or whatever. I just gave it a swirl, and I just got a huge huff of like clementine. It just like popped, even more so.
So the one thing about Amarillo, and this goes back for me, craft beer drinking now for over 10 years. When I started really getting to know hops, Amarillo, everyone always talked about orange, and like that's what this is. This is orange. This is clementine. This is this huge citrus punch that you expect from Amarillo. I'd say the body's like medium, higher side of medium. It's not like super syrupy, but it has a good body to it, appropriate for 8%.
Yeah.
And then obviously the mouthfeel is Treehouse. Like there's no better way to explain it.
I am getting that as I'm going, I'm getting more of that floral aspect you were talking about, Joe.
Yep. Yeah.
And it's very pleasant. Like it's just added. Nothing is taking away from this beer. It's only getting better.
What this lacks in complexity makes up for in just quality. I kind of think like I'm not getting 5-6 different things. I'm getting 2 or 3, but they're done extremely well. I think
that's okay sometimes. I don't want to have to dissect like double-digit things sometimes. You want just singular things that you can just enjoy and enjoy them being done well, like you said.
At 8 point, just flat 8 ABV. This drink's smooth. Like you don't get much of that alcohol presence. If anything, I would say the hot burn kind of just takes it a step back. I just wish
there is some on the back of the throat, the back of the palate.
I wish it was just slightly, less present than it is. But,
I feel like a week to 10 days from now, I think that would be gone, honestly.
Right. But you still get that like toothpaste OJ kind of vibe, on the back end. But how much of that is the hops or just the burn from being green? That's what I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, And it could also be mistaken for alcohol astringency too, slight. Like it could be like those all kind of mix together on the finish a lot of times for me, where it's hard to decipher the difference between the hot burn, where the alcohol is, and maybe just like how green it is. But like you said, it doesn't really deter too much for me because to go back to what Mike said, a beer does not need to be complex to be good. And this would be the prime example of there's only a couple notes. It's done extremely well. It's super drinkable. There's only like one negative, and that's like that slight hop burn. Otherwise, it's fucking really good. So
yeah, no, I'm really enjoying this. I'm super glad I got a can of it or whatever. I don't know, Mike. What do you say? How much are you enjoying this bad boy?
I'll say, if I had to give it a rating, I would give it a 4.2.
Okay, all right, 4.2. Joe.
I like a little bit more than that. It doesn't quite get into my like low 4.5 range. If I give it like a high 4.25, I'd go like 4.35, somewhere in that scale. So if you guys don't do the point, I can't remember.
No, you do whatever you want to, as long as like the number.
4.35 doesn't quite. I think without that hot burn, it would be like a 4 or 5 beer for me, honestly. But there's a little bit on the back of the palate that kind of just stops it from going, oh my god, this is fucking just great beer. It's a very, very good beer.
Yeah. Yes. No, we go all sorts. I think Mike once gave a beer like a 4.726. So
Beer Tour Palooza didn't even rate a beer, so I guess it doesn't even matter at this point, right? I don't remember what beer was.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go ahead and drop a 4.3 on it. I think if that slight bit of hop burn wasn't there, I think this could easily be in the 4.4, 4.5. It's a good beer, folks.
Yeah, and what makes me want to drink other ones in the series, like I want to see like what Citra, Mosaic, Galaxy, what that would do, because I think this is a great example of using Amarillo like a lot of places do, where you get that big orange clementine, just like juiciness, and that's what you're getting in this beer. Like there's no mistake in it.
Yeah, at the end of the day, with this beer, I would just say, to sum it up, like you can tell you're drinking a quality IPA. You know what I mean? This is like when you go in a store and you buy like cheap steak versus like expensive steak, and you cook it and everything, you can tell at the end of the day. You can tell which one is the cheap one, and you can tell which one, yeah, we spent some money on this thing. You can tell this is just quality, top notch. It comes from a world-class brewery.
We're basically drinking the Wagyu of beer.
That's right.
Great way to put it. I think that the telltale sign of like Treehouse, and you could just, if you just, no one's going to rewind it, but if you wanted to rewind it and go look at our first sip and what Mike said, I think that's what we all thought. As soon as you drink the beer, it's like, holy shit, this mouthfeel is fucking sensational. Like it's like it's like drinking a pillow, if that was even a thing. If anybody even tries to get what I mean with that, it's like that's what it's like. It's like so soft on the palate that you're like, wow, I don't even care if this has any flavor. Like I just drink it for the mouthfeel alone.
I mean, you're fairly certain Treehouse is brewing with clouds, like actual clouds.
Yeah, like actual clouds. Like Finback has a beer called Rolling in the Clouds. This is Rolling in the Clouds.
They got their own little weather factory in there, just dishing it up. So really anyways, I think we're going to wrap it up. Down in the description below, as always, we have our Untapped Twitters, IGs, all that good noise. Joe, where can we find you?
I don't know, because I don't know where I am right now. You can find me on the tubes of you, the YouTubes, the Beer PaTroll, 2 L's on that, PATROLL. Although we do have the things on the screen. They're going to see it on the screen, right?
I'll throw Joe's link in the description for his YouTube channel. That
would be great. But yeah, no, I don't do other social media all that much. Untapped, Average Joe 716, and I'm on Instagram. I believe it's _beer_patrol, but I really just kind of stalk on Instagram, these guys specifically. But yeah, Untapped and YouTube's pretty much all I use.
Yeah, this has been awesome. So yeah, check the man out. He's on a comeback tour. It's going to be epic. I promise you. Hey, you know what? October's coming up. You know what that means? This man loves his pumpkin beers.
I love it. 10 days of pumpkin. Day. And Dan just like, I didn't watch your channel for the last week and a half. I was like, why not? I'm totally
downvoting those. All right.
That's some bullshit.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks, Joe.
Cheers, everybody. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you.
Bye.
Okay, bye.